Good afternoon, everyone. This is the Rooftop Sports, and I do apologize for being about 10 minutes late due to hashtag really crappy traffic in Washington. And for anyone that lives in Washington, I think you guys get the solid idea of how traffic really is in Washington. They've been working on this road in Renton for like the last 3 years, and it's still not done. But luckily, we haven't missed the game still, and we are joined by Jay Trident Podcast. He will be here for the first 2 innings. And then after that, the call to the bullpen will be to Steve as he will be coming in to help finish it out. No Josh, unfortunately. So maybe the Mariners offense could be cooked today. But otherwise, how are you doing, Jay Trident, as Logan Gilbert is warming up?
Doing well, hoping for a W and a series win. Very frustrating game yesterday, but Houston loses, so a chance to get to 2 back in the AL West here if the Mariners can find a way to get a W.
And let's see the scoreboard for the rest of the league, as that is also equally important, if not more important at this point.
Yeah.
We got Blue Jays losing. Who cares? Royals might win against Tigers. That's not going to help our cause.
Oh.
What about the Yankees? They're playing not until tonight.
Yeah.
And I think the Red Sox are probably our allies on this one. I don't even know who's our friend on this one.
Yeah, I guess I kind of look at it like Boston's already won the first 3. Might as well just have them sweep it.
Might as well just finish it off. And we're looking for that first pitch. Will be brought to you by SeatGeek. And now here is the first pitch to Nick Kurtz, and here it is. And that's going to be a swing and a miss strike, 96-mile-an-hour fastball. And we are underway here at T-Mobile Park. Luckily, yesterday, I was going to decide between the Victor Robles debut or a debut from the rehab or the Rainiers game, and I decided to go to the Rainiers game as we're at 0-1, and now the pitch that is inside for a ball, and that's going to be 1-1. Got to see a lot of home runs. Home runs done by Spencer Packard, Ben Williamson, and Miles Mastrobuoni were the notable home run hitters.
As we're been on a home run tear.
The 1-1. And a swing and a miss, strike 2. Makes you wonder, like, who are going to be the 3 players going to be called up? I think it's going to be Mastrobuoni, because now that Dylan Moore is gone, I think he makes sense. Ben Williamson, I just don't see it.
Yeah.
I think they're just going to let him get all of his reps he can for the rest of the season, because he's not going to really contribute unless Suarez gets injured. The pitch and low for a ball. And then
Agreed.
Harry Ford, if Mitch Garver wasn't on the team anymore, maybe. As we're at 2-2. And it makes you wonder what they're going to use for Harry Ford for next season. And now here is the 2-2 pitch to Kurtz. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is going to be 1 away here in the top of the first inning.
Ford could make some sense. It's nice to have 3 catchers in September so you can do more creative pinch hitting for Garver and stuff. So I could maybe see Ford and give him a couple starts behind the plate. But I agree on Williamson, especially since he doesn't really play second. If he played second, then I could see it because it gives some versatility.
Maybe some platooning between Cole Young and Ben Williamson. And now we got Shea Langoliers, the killer from yesterday's game. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. Shea Langoliers, Jacob Wilson, and Tyler Soderstrom have been the biggest Mariner killers, and Brent Rooker. So basically the core players have been the killers.
Yeah, they've kept Kurtz in check.
They somehow have, as we're at 0-1 for Langoliers, and now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Logan Gilbert is actually getting these guys fooled as we are at 0-2. And hopefully this game ends before 4:30 because I'm seeing a client at 5 p.m. Hashtag don't quit your day job. But at least he was nice about my schedule. I was like, I can only do 5 p.m. I was like, okay, let's do 5 p.m.
Gotta respect that.
As we're at 0-2. And now here is the pitch. And low for a ball. It gives me an advantage to do it after the Mariners game so I can just add other houses that he may be looking for. Had it been the other way around, I would have been like, well, I can just do this one house.
Right.
As we're at 1-2 for the Langoliers. And now here's the pitch. And low for a ball. And around the scoreboard for fantasy baseball, in John Stanton, we trust my team. I'm deadlocked at 6-5. And then your team, 5-4. So you're trying to make some kind of a spoiler run. As we are at 2-2, the pitch to Langoliers. Swing and a foul ball. Mariners have got to really step this up and really get it going. They can't just rely on other teams losing, especially when you're going into September, especially when you're 3 games back from Houston right now. And it could be 2.5, but still. And then the wild card, although the wild card looks a little bit better shape for the Mariners, you still can't bank on anything. As we're at 2-2, and now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, second strikeout in a row for Logan Gilbert, and that is going to be 2 outs. And now the next batter is going to be Brett Rooker.
Yeah, and we know how tough Kansas City is. That's always a tough place to play. So, bottom line, we can watch the scoreboard. I'm doing as much as anybody, but Mariners got to win some ball games. 69 wins will not get this team in the playoffs, so they're going to have to find a way to get some more W's.
Speak of getting in the playoffs, the Colorado Rockies have just been eliminated from playoff contention. Dang it! I thought they're going to make a little bit of a run out of it. And now here's a ground ball right to J.P. Crawford, the throw to first, and that's going to be in time to get the 3rd out, and that will retire the side. Easy 1-2-3 inning for Logan Gilbert, and now we'll go to the bottom of the first, where the first 3 batters will be Randy Arozarena, Cal Raleigh, and Julio Rodriguez. I still think they should change up that lineup just a little bit. Like, I don't know, maybe Robles lead off, Rosarena number 2, Julio number 3, Cal Raleigh number 4, then Gino 5. That's my proposal to Dan Wilson. Or Jerry Dipoto, because I think he's the one making the shots now at this point.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate that. Randy, I mean, had the home run yesterday. He's been scuffling a little bit in the leadoff role, I think. I don't know what the numbers are overall, but I don't think it's been great. It's tough, because Robles just coming back. Do you put him in there? I wouldn't mind Julio, but Julio's swinging the bat well in the 3-hole. I kind of agree with moving Cal down too. Maybe Naylor in the 2-hole makes some sense. But, it's also like these guys have just got to start producing a little bit too. It's just like yesterday, it's, someone gets something going here. I mean, what's been frustrating, the last few days, and obviously probably pretty common in losing streaks, but it's, and I'm not against home runs, but like, can we get some runners on? Can we get some first and second, nobody outs? Can we get some bases loaded, 1 out? So, you know what I mean? Just, it's the home runs, which are great, but you need the other stuff and the home runs to complement it.
Well, a couple things. It reminds me of the 1997 Mariners when they got the MLB record at the time, 264 home runs led by Ken Griffey Jr., Jay Buhner, Edgar Martinez, Alex Rodriguez, Paul Sorrento. But then once it got to the playoffs, they played against a good starting rotation in the Baltimore Orioles, and they were able to shut them down. And literally the only runs that Mariners really scored were pretty much practically home runs, with the exception of a couple cheap runs in game 2 of 97. They were all literally fielder's choice RBIs, like very uninspiring kind of hits. And then there was game 3, the Facero game. Those first 2 runs had Emerald scoring. So they were all based off singles or like maybe a double. But aside from that, everything was live and die by home runs. And now here is Randy Arozarena inside. That nearly got him. And I think that may have. No, it did not. As that's 1-0. And for Cal Raleigh, for a GM or a president that prides in analytics, he's not paying attention to the fact that Cal Raleigh is a 196 hitter as a 2-hitter. So thought I'd give you some advice, Jerry. And now the 1-0. And now here's a fly ball line drive, and that's going to be a base hit. And Randy Arozarena gets on first base with a single. And now it's up to Cal Raleigh, who has actually I believe he has yet to hit a home run against the A's this season.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He has absolutely struggled against them. You can always look it up by versus team. Show opponent. When he plays the Athletics, he's a 154 hitter, no home runs, and only 3 RBIs. That has got to change. And now the pitch to Cal Raleigh, and that is a strike. And also, while we're talking about, we didn't even get a chance to talk about Dylan Moore and how much that I want to thank him for all of his contributions, but I think we can all agree that his time was up, and we've been saying it for quite some time. The 0-1. Now here's a fly ball to deep left field, and that is gone. A 2-run home run into the upper deck. Mariners take the lead. That is now 2-0, and Cal Raleigh has just tied the Major League record as a catcher in home runs of 48, tying Salvador Perez. Congratulations, Cal Raleigh. And It's a 2-0 lead. Just already like that. I think he might have heard my voices.
Well, we both said it. You said that's got to change. I said maybe right here. And I guess, and we criticized Randy in the leadoff hole. So I guess it's us. So you're welcome, everybody.
Yeah, it's those, I'm not saying completely negative. It's more critical and tough love.
It's tough love. We care. So we want them to do better.
Which, something that Gen Z and Gen Alpha hasn't exactly grasped that concept. When us millennials, we are the last generation to get tough love, I think.
And trust me, there's sometimes I don't want to give the Mariners tough love because sometimes I do get to the point of not caring anymore.
And now we got Julio Rodriguez up to the plate. And now here's the pitch. Kind of a smoky kind of weather outside, if you have noticed. I wonder what's...
They must have set off a firework or something after the home run.
The fireworks. All the burgers cooking, maybe.
There you go.
As we're at 1-0, now the pitch, and that is way outside for a ball. Maybe don't do fireworks when it's hot. Yes, it was.
Lopez
Fritz.
has been really good.
Yes,
too.
It was.
Yeah, that last night just got to me. I don't know what I mean. That one just. Ugh.
Now here's fly ball popped up, and that is barely not going to leave the infield. And he's there, and he makes the catch, and that's going to be one away. Good thing the Mariners got 2-0 lead already from a Cal Raleigh home run, and that was absolutely smoked. As soon as you saw that, you're like, it's gone.
Yeah. Well, and this, you want to still get this pitch count up. Lopez has been really good for the A's, so you'd love to, get him to throw 20 pitches or something in this inning and really get that pitch count up and get him out of here.
Yeah, now we're at, and here's Gino Suarez, and that's going to be a foul ball. He's actually a cleanup hitter, which I actually do like. He was like a 5-hitter, maybe a 6-hitter, which I thought was really weird. But yep, he has tied Salvador. He is close to being tied. Not only break that record of Salvador, but and now here's the 0-1. He is also tied with one of Ken Griffey Jr.'s home runs of 48 in 1999. So it was like 48, 49, and then he had a 56, and now here's the 1-1. So he is now tied for fourth for Mariners of all-time home runs, and the other ones are owned by Ken Griffey Jr.
That's crazy. I mean, the fact that even if Cal didn't hit another home run, this is still the fourth most home runs we've seen in a season in team history. I mean, it's just crazy. There's still 30 games to go.
Yeah, my prediction is 57 is my prediction. I think that's a fair prediction. I'm going to say 57.
That's the record, right? Because 56 is Griffey, right?
Yep. I don't think he'll get 60. The pitch. And then the crazy thing is that at one point he was on pace to break Barry Bonds' record.
Yeah. I mean, I think we all knew probably wasn't going to happen. Like, it's just.
But it would have been like, okay.
Yeah, I was funny. I was at a wedding talking to some buddies when Cal went off against Detroit. They're like, dude, because they're all Giants fans. Like, he's going to break Bonds' record. I'm like, I don't think he's going to get 73 as a catcher. I think he's going to slow down a little bit. I'm going to say like 55. You know what? I'll go with you 57. I like that. Gives him the record. I think that's a good solid number to go with.
Speak of, Suarez just got the walk.
All right, guys. Goodbyes only. Don't forget it.
Stop it.
Thank
Good walk. Get that pitch count up.
And now here is Josh Naylor up to the plate. The pitch and a big swing and a miss. That is strike one. Look up your immaculate grid of between 874 or 875. And since you have more subs, you get dibs.
874.
Oh, man, you're already going straight to it. And now the pitch. And that is going to be a strike. While we're waiting for that next pitch, I do want to thank Dylan Moore for all of his contributions since 2019. He came a long way. Like the first game I saw him play, which was against Boston in that season opener or the week season opener, I didn't even know if he was going to make it. Like he was making errors on third base like no other. And then and he went all the way to be a utility Gold Glover. And he's done a lot of things. He was instrumental in that 2022 run. We saw what it was like to not have Dylan Moore for most of 23, which was very hurtful. And then not forget that the run for the 22 playoffs, he was a huge part of that as well. And now the 0-2 pitch, he actually contributed to a run for the Mariners against the mighty Houston Astros in the American League Division Series. as we're at 1-2 on Josh Naylor. And my prediction, I think if no MLB team picks him up, knowing that he has a baby happily married, I think he's going to hang it up after this. Unless someone picks him up, and now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to be 2 outs.
Well, I guess today they said they actually released him, so it wasn't just a DFA. Today he was given conditional release. I don't know how it all works sometimes, but yesterday it said DFA. Today it sounds like they actually released him. So I think that gives him maybe a better chance to catch on with the contender or something. I don't know.
Either that or gets to be a daddy, a full-time daddy.
Yeah. Watch baseball like we do and
not care, or maybe take some kind of bench coach role somewhere in minor league baseball. I think there could be some kind of an opening for him on that, as here is Mitch Garver, who's batting .213, and now the pitch, and that is going to be a strike. And Mitch Garver batting .213 with 8 home runs and 26 RBIs. A player I think has made an excellent case for himself to play overseas is Jared Kelnick. That guy is running out of options.
Yeah, that'd be
now
an interesting idea.
And that is inside for a ball. But I think the only thing that might keep him from going is he has a girlfriend. So I think you're like, well, I don't want you to go to like those overseas countries unless you're taking me. I don't even know she'd want to go, but I don't know. Not my business. As we're at 1-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. But Kelnick has built every case for himself to, like, where else is he going to play? Like, he's not going to demote himself to like what? Single A and double A. He's way beyond that.
Is he still in the A? Is he still with Atlanta?
In the minor league system, and now the 1-2. And now here's a fly ball that's going to be a pop-up. And he is there, makes a catch. That's Lawrence Butler. And now we're going to go straight into Immaculate Grid. And all thanks to Cal Raleigh for his 2-run home run, tying Salvador Perez for catcher's record. And now take it away.
All right, catcher minimum, all-star catcher. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to think of like a random one that would get it. Javi Lopez.
I had a better one for you, but I'll tell you later. But 1%, not bad.
Nice. 6 WAR season and played catcher, minimum 1 game. Did Edgar ever catch in a game? Why do I feel like Edgar caught like a game at some point? I don't know. Catcher minimum, Buster Posey. It's probably not going to be a very good one, but
not bad.
First round draft pick, played catcher, Mike Zunino.
Very obscure.
Okay, 30 home run season plus being an all-star. Did Jose Lopez hit 30 home runs in a season?
I don't know.
You know what? Just try it. I didn't he have like 130 home run season randomly, and he was an all-star once.
It was 27.
Oh no. Okay. 30 home run season, all-star, Richie Sexson.
But that Jose Lopez home run all-star appearance in 2006 was so random.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I was like, oh, it'll be a good one. 6 WAR season, 30 home run season, Adrian Beltre. Okay. First round draft pick, 30 home run season, A-Rod.
Who else?
Yeah, I mean, like now I'm just trying to fill it out. 200K season and an all-star, Nolan Ryan.
One more.
Okay, 6 WAR season, Kurt Schilling.
The man who couldn't wait to keep his mouth zippy on certain controversy.
Not bad, 124. I mean, not terrible.
I'll give you a better one for all-star catcher, Dan Wilson, 1996. Now the pitch, swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Oh, yeah.
Dan Wilson could have
all-star team.
In 96, that could have been like a 0.005 something.
Well, then you want to try to find the guys that like weren't catchers but caught once and made an all-star team. Like that's how I was, those are the ones too. Yeah, Dan would have been a good one.
How's my mic sound? Because Baseball Purist says my mic coming from the computer voice sounds unplugged.
A little bit. It's a little like echoey. I kind of get what he's saying, but it's not like I can hear you clearly, but I get what he's saying.
And now the pitch, swing and a miss, and that is a strike. Well, let's find another output. This is literally the only one that works. Does it still sound echoey?
I mean, it sounds fine. Like it's totally like I can hear it. I get what he's saying a little bit. Like, it does sound a little bit like it's maybe coming through the computer. I don't know though. I mean, it sounds fine. I can hear you, but I get what he's saying a little bit, like with it kind of sounding, a little like, like it's yelling down a hall.
It sounds like as if the microphone is not plugged in. I know what he's saying, but so much for a $400 microphone.
Oh,
and now the
sounds better
2-2. And now it's going to be a foul ball. Yeah,
Or
this
maybe
thing
not.
is sensitive. I mean, this one was a good one, but every time I scream for a home run, the mic sounds like it's going to blow up.
That's the one I have. And sometimes if I get too high pitched, it like picks up like a bumping sound or it's weird.
Like a distortion. Oh, strike
Yeah.
3, and that is going to be 1 out. RGR 21, one of my beloved members. He is on the show. 875. I will do this one. And I'm not looking forward to it. It looks horrible to look at. I think you've already won.
Oh,
Now here's Jacob Wilson. And now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball to deep left field. Forget about that one. That is a home run for Jacob Wilson, and he continues to kill the Mariners. And now that is his 11th home run of the season. It's the Mariners 2 and the A's 1, and that was just an absolute laser of a bullet. It wasn't even worth Randy Rosarena turning his head. I don't even know if he even did turn his head. And I could tell because you're like, oof, home run.
yeah. Just like the one we did on Friday, just a line shot that got out.
Yeah, Jacob Wilson is probably the future of Mariner killer.
Oh, yeah. He's been brutal this year.
Oh, come on, RGR21. Don't say that. I think he's
Is that
actually
the kid
there
that
for
caught Cal? I think that's the kid that caught Cal's home run, or no?
I don't know. Either that or is he a kid from I don't know. I don't even have the volume up, so I'm not going to know. As Lawrence Butler up to the plate, now the pitch. And that is low for a ball. I mean, I get what you mean, RGR21, but at the same time, Mariners starters have been prone to give up those early home runs. Kids Club Kidcaster, Russell, Seattle. Must be some kind of nonprofit organization thing. And now the
I think
pitch.
they do this once a year.
And that is a ball. Kids Club Kidcaster.
I remember them doing that last year, having the kid in the booth calling the game. I think it was earlier in the year, though.
I gotta hear this. As we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. Yep, he sounds really nervous too. I mean, it's a kid.
He's watching the Mariners, it's nerve-wracking for all of us.
Yeah, I remember the first day I did it. Oh my gosh. I didn't even know what to do at that time. As we're at 1-2 for Lawrence Butler. And now the pitch. And that's going to hit the dirt, and that's going to be a ball 2-2. Looks like Logan Gilbert's pitching a little bit more carefully because he had already just given up a home run to Jacob Wilson. Still at 2-2. And now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Logan Gilbert. Okay, how does my microphone sound now?
Sounds good. I think it sounds better.
Okay, because I turned off the automatic adjust mic volume option on StreamYard. StreamYard's really weird on how they do mic settings.
Yeah, that's another thing that doesn't help.
And now here is Hernandez, and now the pitch. And that is a strike. He says the mic sounds fine to him, I guess. As we're at 0-1 for Hernandez, batting .260. Logan Gilbert is actually off to a great start. 4 strikeouts, with the exception of the home run that was given up. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. They are just chasing after any of Logan Gilbert's pitches. Maybe that kid over there, maybe he could be he could be part of that Mariners content creating community in the future. Wonder what he'll bring to the table. I mean, we have a lot of them. And now here's the
Wilson
0-2.
home runs.
And now that's going to be a foul ball. As we're at 0-2, just one strike away to get that strikeout. That's Hernandez. 29, getting close to 30 pitches for Gilbert. And now the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Logan Gilbert in just 2 innings. And that will retire the side. And we're going to go straight into Immaculate Grid just to feel less pain from that home run hit by Jacob Wilson. And now here we go. 200 hit season. I'm going to say Michael Young.
Good call.
40%, because it's probably rare for a Texas Ranger to do that.
Wow. I would have thought that would have been like a really sneaky one.
Just going to do Alex Rodriguez because I'm lazy. 11%. Yeah, we'll take it. Let's see. Kenny Rogers.
The gambler.
4%, not
one.
bad. My God. There's never really like a. I'm lazy. Bob Gibson.
Huh?
Yeah, that'll do it. Tim Lincecum. Yeah, of course. I'm getting just drilled on this one.
If you get them all, though, you could beat me because I missed one completely. So, very
I don't know. Albert Pujols. 100 run season. Mark McGuire. 9%, not bad.
Wow. Because people don't think of him scoring runs, so that actually makes sense.
Rich Aurelia. I actually got them all.
What was your number?
210.
10.
It's not
I
bad.
mean, if you can get them all, it goes to show that you can get some, decent numbers. If you had like one more obscure one in there somewhere, you would have gotten it.
I should have done Jeff Kent for the Giants. And we are back from the break. And this is going to be I think this is your bottom last half of the inning.
Yep. Let's go out with a bang.
Yeah, let's go out with another home run, which they literally live and die by. And controversially, a strike being called for Polanco that was outside the zone.
Yeah.
And now here's the 0-1. And that is a strike. So it looks like the umpire likes to call it on the outside. So it looks like you're going to have to hit a little bit more outside and try to reach for those, I guess, and try to settle for like a single to the opposite field.
Yep. Poke him in the right.
As we're at 0-2 for Jorge Polanco. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. That one, he probably didn't have to swing at it. But at the same time, the umpire is giving tough calls. As we're at 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. And that is going to be low for a ball. 1-2 for Polanco, batting .246. Had a much better year than he did last year. And now the 1-2. And that is low for a ball again. This time, good eye. Jorge Polanco this season's at 19 home runs and 55 RBIs. Certainly much better than he did last season. And now the 2-2. And that's going to be a foul ball. I mean, last season he was 213 with a 296 OBP, 137 strikeouts. So his strikeouts have actually been cut in half this season. Actually, a lot better.
For $7 million, Polanco's been a nice signing.
And that's going to be a foul ball. And that's the question: is where is he going to go next season? Do the Mariners dare to bring him back for like a short contract if no one else offers him a contract, or do the Mariners just move on? Remains to be seen. And also the fact that Haniger will finally be off the books after this season. will help a little bit for going to next season. But we still have baseball to go for the rest of the season, the 2-2. Oh, and that was a gamble by Polanco to not swing at that one because the umpire usually does call those strikes, but that's going to be 3-2. But there's going to be a lot more Mariner players coming off the books compared to last season, as we are at 3-2. And now the pitch. Inside for ball 4, take your base. And nice walk drawn by Jorge Polanco. The Vetter Cup coming up. Man, so much about the Vetter Cup.
They really want to sell that thing as if anybody care. I mean, I care that the Mariners win the series because I want the Mariners to win. I don't care about the Vetter Cup.
No one does, and no one really should. Now here's J.P. Crawford, and that's going to be a foul ball. Looking at Mariners contracts going forward.
I think a lot of Polanco is going to bring him back would depend on what they want to do with Rayleigh, can zone, what's their plan with Harry Ford.
Swing and a miss. Well, after the free agents after this season is going to be Eugenio Suarez with a $15 million. Randy Arozarena has one more year of arbitration. He's probably going to try and negotiate a contract extension. And now the 0-2. And now here's a fly ball to not so deep right field. And I would say that was a Marine layer, but Crawford clearly got under that.
Yeah. Thought off the bat, looked the way he was kind of looking at it, I thought maybe it was something, but no, not even close. Josh
Naylor is going to be a free agent. He's due for an extension. Dylan Moore is already gone, so already he put $4 million. So there's going to be savings of $4 million basically on the table. Logan Gilbert still has 2 years left on arbitration after this season. And now here is Victor Robles up to the plate. And now the pitch. And that is right down the middle for a strike. Leody Taveras is technically, so I guess they DFA'd him, but they couldn't find a trade partner. So I guess they decided to keep him in the minors.
Yeah, which is good depth. I don't mind Leody being down there as like a fifth outfielder. You could have made a case for him over Dylan Moore over the last month.
0-1. Heck, you could have made a case for Leo Rivas.
Yeah, could have made a case for me and you.
Donovan Solano is a free agent after the season, along with Caleb Ferguson. Saucedo has a couple more years of arbitration. I would imagine that they're probably going to non-tender him at this point.
Yeah.
In the pitch. And now here is us going to second base, and it is safe. Nice stolen base by Jorge Polanco, something you wouldn't have expected. Spire has 2 years of arbitration left. It's a lot of things to be done. It's like Bizardo and Canzone.
Wait, did Robles strike out? Was that strike 3?
That was. I didn't pay attention to that.
I didn't either. I'm like, wait, why is Randy up?
Now here's a Arozarena. Now, if he tries to hit, he actually still doesn't have to hit a home run. He can just try to poke it somewhere, and Polanco can score the pitch. And now here's a fly ball to deep right center field. That is going to go, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. Scoring in is Polanco, and we got Randy Arozarena with a stand-up RBI double with 2 outs. And how clutch is that?
Needed that. Nice to see a non-home run. Not that I would have hated a home run there, but nice to see them put one in the gap. Polanco scores, and they're hitting Lopez, who's been really good. So this is good to see so far here early.
Yeah. And will Naylor come back? Is that the question? I don't know. I don't think he's coming back.
I mean, depends on the money. I think it depends on how the season ends. I would love to have him back. Oh,
maybe if you. No. Oh, don't even say it. Don't even think about it. And now here is the pitch. And now here's a fly ball to deep left field. And that is gone. 2 home runs for Cal Raleigh today. And he has broken the record for all-time home runs by a catcher. Congratulations, Cal Raleigh. You are now the king of home runs as a catcher. And he has also tied Ken Griffey Jr. for second in all-time in home runs by a Seattle Mariner of 49 from 1996.
Maybe Bond's record's not out of the question now.
Let's focus on the 56.
Boy, we were getting our money's worth for this 2 innings with me and you. Normally, it's a dead start at 0-0. We're getting some action here.
Also, I think they do okay on Sundays with you and I too. They hit those
True.
little early hits, so there's also that.
True. Well, he went to church in the morning. That helps. So.
I went to church this morning. I was cleaning my old house because we got to get that house ready on the market for next year. 49 home runs, MLB record.
Wow.
If anything, he's going to get a curtain call, and he's going to get that
Nice.
curtain call. Absolute congratulations to Cal Raleigh.
Yep. What a player. What an accomplishment.
49 home runs, unthinkable. We all saw him as maybe 35 home runs, and now it's like he's already creeping to 50. And I think even Ken Griffey Jr. never got to 50 in August. And that's going to be a fly ball popped up by Julio. And I might want to check that too. Ken Griffey Jr. Because I remember in 1998, Ken Griffey Jr., I don't even think he even hit a home run in August of 98. And also, you just had to spoil. You just couldn't hold the excitement, the pitch outside for a ball. I don't blame you.
I did with Randy a little bit.
Yeah, Griffey didn't hit. He didn't get to 50 at this point in August 24th. And now the pitch. 98, Griffey was at 44 home runs on this day. And now let's go to 97. He was at 44.
Hmm.
And now here is the 2-1 pitch to Julio. And that is a ball. What a day to be at the Mariners game. In 1997, he was at 41. So Cal Raleigh is clearly outpacing Ken Griffey Jr. And now the 3-1.
He could get 60.
Low for a ball.
Nice. Nice at bat.
But you know what but deep down, what we all want, a Mariners playoff appearance in the World Series.
Yes. And home runs are so hard to predict because they're streaky things, right? Like, Cal won't hit any for a week. I'm not blaming him for that, but it's like, oh, then he'll hit 3 in a series. Like, oh, now he's back in 55. So hard to predict, a home run stretch. But I mean, he could get 60. It's not out of the question at all. And like you said, most important thing is Mariners winning. That's the most important thing.
But nonetheless, he did break the record, and Ken Griffey Jr. finally doesn't have to feel lonely for long because he's been 50 home run. He's the only 50 home run man in Mariners history.
We could get it today. I mean, Cal's gonna have more at bats.
Let's get it today. Well, maybe if Josh came on, then he could. Maybe there's right. one more for Cal Raleigh. And now here is good vibes only up to the plate, as he did walk in the first inning. And now here's the pitch, and that's going to be a fouled back. Like
he just missed that.
And yeah, he was going to go for it. In just 2 innings so far, 5 runs, and that is with you and I. And usually they are dead on offense with both of us together.
For real, we've been through some struggles.
As we're at 0-1, and that's going to be going to first base and not in time. Suarez has 40 home runs, but too bad that he won't be considered in the Mariners record books for 40 home runs because he was mostly an Arizona Diamondback. So unfortunately, he will not be with Griffey, A-Rod, Buhner, and Cal Raleigh. The 0-1, that is low for a ball.
How does that work? Like, if he hit 50, whose season is that? Is it just split? Does it just say AZ/SEA? Okay.
Yeah, that's what they do. As we're at 0-1 for Eugenio Suarez. And now the pitch. And that is a pitch out, and no Julio run there. 2-1. But yeah, now Cal Raleigh is tied for second in all-time Mariners home run in a single season. 1996 Ken Griffey Jr. You gotta love these guys. And here is the 2-1. And now the pitch. Outside for a ball. And speak of, you gotta love these guys.
Look at that.
I found this while cleaning my old house.
Oh, is that the VHS? Dude, that's one of those VHSs that like my VCR wore out. You know what I mean? That's one of those ones like I would watch that and some football ones like on
Now here's
repeat all
and
day.
Julio goes to second base. No throw down. Well, it doesn't matter because
Ball four.
Eugenio Suarez just drew another walk.
All right, guys, goodbyes only. Don't forget it.
Stop it.
Thank
What a valuable addition the Mariners have had. Yes, sure, his numbers stink the hole. It's arguably worse than Ben Williamson, but there's things that he has done for this team already that cannot be measured. Like he's
And
been
the
a
numbers
great
are coming
clubhouse
around.
presence. It's coming around. He's been a great
Yeah.
clubhouse presence. He's that big brother for Julio Rodriguez, so he'll have his back in case Julio has one of those temper tantrums, which he has done before. Now here's Josh Naylor. And now the pitch. And that's going to be I think it's a swing and miss or a foul ball. I can't tell because of the fuzziness
I
on
couldn't
my
tell
screen.
either. I think it was a swing. I think it was swing and miss. And it's such a violent
Naylor.
swing.
Yeah, he wants that. He wants that homer. And remember when I gave Randy Arozarena the advice that he doesn't have to hit a home run? And same thing with Naylor. He also doesn't have to hit a home run. The 0-1.
Yep.
Now, if there was just a man on first, then yeah, sure, go for hell.
Mhm.
Especially the runner's like slow on first base, then just go for it. As we're at 0-2 on Josh Naylor already. We would like to see this keep going as long as possible. Before I say goodbye to Jay Trident Podcast, the 0-2, and that's going to be a fly ball popped up into left center field. Lawrence Butler is there, and he makes the catch, and that's going to retire the side. But history has been made by big dumper Cal Raleigh, 49 home runs. Now he's the major league leader in home runs as a catcher, and that may not be broken for a long time.
And let's see if Cal can get 50 today. Thanks for having me on, my friend. Appreciate it as always. And hopefully bring home a W today because they need it. They need it.
They absolutely need it. Thank you for being here.
No problem. Later, everybody.
Later. And thank you, Jay Trident Podcast. And now I got to go for a pee-pee break. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thin crust.
RGR21, no, he is not coming as of now because I have Steve on the show anyway, starting by the third inning. So nothing to worry there, buddy. But come on, I mean, whenever Josh comes on, Mariners usually have an offensive explosion. And we are back from the break, and what a start by the Seattle Mariners as Cal Raleigh hit his 48th home run and his 49th home run. Now the pitch, and that is a strike. Makes you wonder if Cal Raleigh has a third home run in him today. Remains to be seen. And now here's the pitch. And now here's a ground ball right to Josh Naylor. And he's got to run for it, and he's got it. And that is going to be right on time. Now here is Harris up to the plate, who is batting 208. Logan Gilbert pitching very well. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball popped up, and that should be playable, you would think. But that's going to be out of play, well out of play, way out of Victor Robles' reach. And that's going to be 0-1. And now here's the 0-1. And that is going to be a ball, 1-1. We're at 1-1. And now here is the pitch. And that is going to be a swing and a miss. And that is strike 2. As now we're at 1-2 for Harris. And now here is the pitch. And that is going to be low for a ball. 2-2. Feel very fortunate that I was able to catch Cal Raleigh's home runs. As now we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. And strike 3 called way outside the strike zone, but we'll take it. And that is another strikeout for Cal Raleigh. And that is another strikeout for Logan Gilbert. Sorry. My bad. And now we've got 2 outs. Yeah, Gilbert has been absolutely balling today. And that is actually going to be low for a ball. That's his 6th. That is Logan Gilbert's 6th strikeout of this game. Mariners have got to do a lot to blow this game up. And let's hope that they don't do that. As here is Nick Kurtz up to the plate as he is 0-1. And now the pitch. And that is going to be in there for a strike. As we're at 1-1 for Kurtz. And now here is the pitch. And that is going to be way up high for a ball. 2-1. As we're at 2-1 again. And now here is the pitch. Now here's a ground ball right to J.P. Crawford. Toss over the first. And that is in time. And that is going to be an easy 1-2-3 inning for the Mariners as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. And it is still 5-1 Mariners. Try our delicious burgers today. Satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering burgers. Double cheeseburger with classic double beef patties with melted cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onion and house sauce, a fresh, flavorful delight. Double bacon cheeseburger, crispy bacon, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and double cheese. Double guacamole bacon burger, double cheese, crispy bacon, guacamole, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and our special house sauce. Pair any burger with fries with an ice-cold drink for the perfect meal. Come down and taste the difference. You can only find these burgers at our Snoqualmie Mexican food truck. And now it's commercial break. Trying to find out when Steve is projected to be here. After the 3rd is when he's coming. Commercial break is still ongoing. And also, I just want to say thank you to everyone that is on my show and that have supported me since 2022. If you'd like to support me any further, donate to my channel through the YouTube Super Chat or go to my Venmo account and send your money there. Or just give me comments. And now we are back from the break. 3-day giveaway, Logan Gilbert pop night. And now here is Mitch Garver. And that is going to be a strike. As we're at 0-1 for Mitch Garver, who is 0 for 1. He flied out in the first, and now the pitch way outside for a ball. That is 1-1. Now we're looking at 1-1. And now the pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. As we're looking at 1-2. And now the pitch way outside for a ball. As we are looking at 2-2 for Mitch Garver. And the pitch. And way outside for a ball. 3-2. Good at that for Mitch Garver so far. As now we're at 3-2 for Garver, the pitch. And that is going to be ball 4. Take your base. Now we got a man on first base with nobody out. And it's going to be up to Jorge Polanco to see if he can extend this lead for the Mariners, which they do need to guarantee a series victory for the Mariners, as it would be the first series victory since they swept the Tampa Bay Rays earlier in August. So it's been almost a month since they won a series, that feels like, and that's going to be a foul ball popped up. Here in August. So it's been almost a month since they won a series, that feels like, and that's going to be a foul. Now we're at 0-1 for Polanco, who walked in the last inning. And now the pitch, way outside for a ball, 1-1. Jorge Polanco, he walked in the last inning, which led to that Randy Arozarena 2-out RBI single. On 2 outs, by the way, so very clutch. Which led to the Cal Raleigh home run. The pitch. Now here's a ground ball, and that's going to get right through for a base hit. And now we got runners on first and second with still nobody out. And Jorge Polanco continues to contribute for the Mariners. And now we're going to have J.P. Crawford up to the plate, who is 0 for 1, though, unfortunately. Now here's J.P. Crawford. And now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball, ball 1. Now we're at 0-1 for J.P. Crawford. And that's going to be, time has been called. And now that's going to be 2-0 for J.P. Crawford. He's ahead on the count so far. Mariners have been a little bit more patient so far. I don't even know if they've even struck out. Only struck out twice in 3 innings. And now the pitch. Way inside for a ball, 3-0. And now the question is, does J.P. Crawford dare to swing at this one, or is he just going to take the red light? But then you imagine that Lopez is thinking the same thing, that he's still probably going to pitch that strike, because does he want the bases loaded? You still might. but with no outs, with top hitters coming, and that's going to be ball 4, take your base. And now we've got the bases loaded with nobody out, and it's going to be up to Victor Robles to see what he can do. Already activity in the bullpen. Got Nunez in the bullpen. And now we've got, looks like the pitching coach or the manager coming out. Looks like he's going to have a little bit of a chat with him, which he will, as Lopez has been having a very tough game. Now we've got bases loaded with nobody out for Victor Robles. What can Victor Robles do? He is 0 for 1, though. He did strike out. And now here's the pitch. Now here's a liner to left field, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. That's already going to score. And Garver, is that going to score another run? To throw to the plate, and that is not in time. And that is a 2 RBI single by Victor Robles. And the Mariners now take a 7-1 lead. What a nice hit by Victor Robles. Bases loaded with nobody out. Something with a small ball that we would like to see. It's a nice solid hit by Robles. And now the Mariners are really putting me to work. All these shorts are going to be happening. And now we've got Randy Arozarena up to the plate. And now if you do, and now here comes the manager. He has seen enough, and now it's going to be Nunez coming in from the bullpen. As the Mariners now have a 7-1 lead. I wonder how much the Mariners really got to do to lose this game. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code RooftopSports to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you. And you still have an opportunity to use that promo code to get to that Padres game. Wonder now what's the betting odds for the Mariners, between the Mariners and the A's. It's locked as of now. Commercial break is still on the go. Cal Raleigh is now the leader, 49 home runs as a Seattle Mariner. He is tied second of all time from Ken Griffey Jr. And now here's Randy Arozarena up to the plate. Has a chance to still do more damage. And now the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 1. Cal Raleigh is on deck. He'll be going for home run number 50. As we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. And did he go? He did not. So that's going to be 1-1 for Randy Arozarena. Still at 1-1 for Rando, the El Rando Grando. And the pitch. What was that? Swing and a miss at the dirt for strike 2. I mean, at this point, just draw a walk and get the bases loaded for Cal Raleigh so he can go for a grand slam home run. And get number 50. as we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. Way outside for a ball. That nearly got away, and that's going to be 2-2. As we're at 2-2 still for El Rando Grando. And, oh, looks like that should have been a balk as he took his foot off the bag, off the mound. And now that's still hanging at 2-2, with Randy being 2 for 2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Oh, inside. That actually hit him. Did that actually hit him, or did that hit the bat? And it looks like it did. And now that's going to be the bases loaded. But let's just hope that Randy Arozarena is okay. And let's look at that pitch. Luckily, it hit him on the elbow guard, so he should be okay. That's what those are for. I mean, those are not fun to get hit by. Now we got Cal Raleigh up to the plate, and some fans are standing in anticipation. 2 players have reached 50 home runs in the season with a 3 home run game in MLB history. Ryan Howard and Shohei Ohtani. And this is an opportunity for Cal Raleigh to do so as fans are coming out with the cameras. It's 2-2 for big dumper Cal Raleigh. 2 for 2 as he is. And he's going for home run number 50. And you would think that he's going to get the full green light to do whatever he wants, since the Mariners have a 7-1 lead. And he's really trying to go for that record for 50. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. He got fooled on that one. Way too easily fooled. I mean, if he gets 50, that'll be the second Mariner in history to get 50 home runs, just behind Ken Griffey Jr., who hit 56 home runs twice. And now here's the 0-1 for Cal Raleigh, and the pitch way outside for a ball. That is 1-1. And you think that Nunez is going to start to pitch a little bit more carefully against Cal Raleigh, because he does not want to give up a grand slam home run to Cal Raleigh, because it would break records. He'd be the second Mariner in history to do so. And that's what the anticipation is. And the 1-1. And that was right in there for a strike, 1-2. So with 2 strikes, you just got to protect the plate. And at this point, if you just go for like a single, you can easily bring in 2 runs to make it 9-1. I mean, do I want the 50 home runs? Absolutely. Does he want it? Of course he does. But this time with 2 strikes, you have to protect that plate. As we're at 1-2 for the dumper. And now the pitch. And swing and a miss, strike 3. That was as predictable. And he got very impatient with that one. But now bases are loaded for Julio Rodriguez. And he has, I believe he has 2 Grand Slam home runs in his career. His first one against the Texas Rangers in 2022. And now here's the pitch to Julio. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And they're all trying to get there. He wants to get a home run too. Batting .258 with 25 home runs and 71 RBIs. But this time, maybe just go for a single and just get 2 more runs in. And now here's the 0-1 to Julio Rodriguez. And now here's a fly ball. And that is going to be a foul ball. So at this point, just poke it somewhere to get a base hit. And I don't think you're drawing a walk, especially with 0-2. It's kind of hard to do that. Also, another record to go for is Mickey Mantle, 54 home runs, most by a switch hitter. And now the 0-2, low for a ball. And then if Cal Raleigh can go for 50, his next step would be Mickey Mantle 54. And now here is the 1-2 pitch. Now here's a fly ball, and that is actually going to drop in for a base hit, and that's going to should at least bring in 2 runs. And that will that bring in 2 runs? I think it did. And now it's 9-1 Mariners on a bloop single by Julio Rodriguez. It wasn't the home run, but that sometimes that's all you need is something as simple as a base hit. And the Mariners are just absolutely running away with this offensively. Something that they absolutely needed and something that I wish that they did yesterday. Yeah, J.P. Crawford scored and then Victor Robles scored. Julio Rodriguez is very happy, as he should be, and I am happy too, with a 9-1 lead. And now here is good vibes only. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate. He has 2 walks today, so he has also heavily contributed very well for the Mariners. He's batting .237 with 40 home runs and 98 RBIs. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. And now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. A bad swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. Calling Josh Naylor home run his first at bat for $5, huh? Well, thank you for the $5, first of all. Now the magic number is 45 to get the goal, my daily goal of 50. Well, my lively goal of 50. As we're at 0-2 for Suarez. And yep, he did go for it, and Suarez knew it. And that's going to be 2 outs. And now it's going to be up to Josh Naylor to see if he can extend the lead for the Mariners. 9-1 Mariners, as they have really just been pounding it offensively. As we are at the bottom of the 3rd inning. Naylor is 0 for 2, though, so I don't know if he's going to really do much. He struck out and flied out. He's batting .281 with 16 home runs and 70 RBIs. The pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. We're at 0-1. And now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball to deep right center field, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. Here comes more runs coming in for Randy Arozarena, and that should be a 10-1 lead, and that should be 2 runs, and that's going to be 11-1 on a 2-out RBI, 2 RBI double by Josh Naylor. Yeah, of course we'll still take that. 11-1 Mariners lead, and the Mariners are just completely just rolling along, and let's hope that it just keeps on going. It's a beautifully hit by Josh Naylor. That's the thing. Like, you don't necessarily need home runs all the time. Yeah, let's get some few more runs because no lead is safe. 2-run double by Josh Naylor, and now it's going to be Mitch Garver, who actually did start this inning. And now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball popped up into left center field. Lawrence Butler, is he there? No, it's good. And he makes the catch and nearly dropped it. That could have been 12-1 on an error, but not going to happen. So that's going to retire the side. But more hits by the Mariners. 2 RBIs by Julio Rodriguez and 2 RBIs by Josh Naylor. And now it is an 11-1 Mariners lead.
We're making half pineapple, half tiki tiki with barbecue chicken. You put the garlic. Put the pineapple on the whole pizza. Remember, they want half pineapple, And the one is going to be tiki tiki. Tiki tiki with pineapple, garlic, feta cheese, artichoke hearts, and the chicken. And we're gonna spread some barbecue on top. And it's ready. Put it on the oven. Let it run.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May. And we are still in commercial break. And we are back from the break. Most multi-home run games by switch hitters actually belongs to Cal Raleigh, so he also broke Mickey Mantle's record already. And now the pitch. And that is a strike. Mark Teixeira, also a really good hitter. Most home runs by a switch hitter. Mickey Mantle holds that record right now. And now the pitch. In a season, it is still held by Mickey Mantle. Cal Raleigh is now second. And now here is the schedule. Now here's the pitch. I was looking at my work text message. As now we're at 1-2 for Langoliers. I don't know. It's just a victory against the A's, really. Still got to go against San Diego. They're going to be a tough team. As we're at 1-2 for Langoliers. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Yeah, I feel that too. But playoff is playoff at this point, and you don't necessarily need the division to get to the World Series. But yes, I hear what you mean, RGR21. I absolutely do. And now the pitch to Brent Rooker. And that is a ball. And the 1-0. And that is a swing and a miss, strike two for Brent Rooker. As we're at 1-1. And that is a strike, 1-2. Is now 1-2. And a swing and a miss, strike three again. Dominating performance for Logan Gilbert. That is strikeout number 8 for Logan. He is absolutely on top of his game. And now we've got 2 outs. "49 pitches for Logan Gilbert." And now here is the pitch. And that is a strike. And now the pitch. And that is a swing and a miss, and that is a strike. Yeah, his splitter's really been on. Yeah, no doubt about that. Now the pitch. And that gets away, and that is going to be a ball. Now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now we're at 1-2. And now here is the pitch. Should have been a strike 3, but didn't happen. And the 2-2. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. And that's going to be 3-2 for Tyler Soderstrom. Cal Raleigh, already said it, 2 home runs today. Still has plenty of time to get to his 3rd home run. And now we're at 3-2. And now the pitch. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. Make that strikeout number 9 for Logan Gilbert. And that is going to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Mariners are still dominating 11-1. Now sizzling at Apollo Mediterranean Greek Food. Come enjoy our flat-top grilled Greek chicken and beef, Slovaki tender, juicy and bursting with Mediterranean flavor, served with savory yellow rice, fresh daily cut veggies for our crisp salads, homemade hummus, plus warm pita, and our signature tzatziki, perfect for a fresh filling meal made with care. Cold beer available. Order now at apollogreekfood.com. Come visit us for a delicious meal and a cold beer. We'd love to serve you. RGR 21, if you live in Washington, go to the Snoqualmie Apollo. It's not Snoqualmie, it's North Bend. So if you live in Washington, head over there to North Bend. Please do. And now we're back from the break. And now here's a fly ball to right field. And that's going to be caught by the right fielder, Brent Rooker. And that's going to be 1 out already on the first pitch. I don't know. It depends on the quarterback play of Sam Darnold, but I can't really say for sure. I don't feel too good about Sam Darnold. I can't really say. Now here's J.P. Crawford up to the plate. Now here's the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. And I wonder how my fantasy baseball team is doing right now. Now here's the pitch. Way inside for a ball. That nearly hit him. Yeah, I'm not confident either, but some fans are very confident about the Seahawks based on what they did in the preseason against the Chiefs, but that may not be enough. And the 1-1. And that's going to be up high for a ball way outside. And that's going to be 2-1. And now the 2-1. Now here's a ground ball line drive, and that is actually going to be caught by Nick Kurtz, and that is going to be 2 outs already. And now it's going to be up to Victor Robles to see what he can do. It's going to be 1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and that is strike 1. Now the pitch. And that's going to be way inside for a ball. That's going to be 1-1. You'll never forget 2013. They won the Super Bowl, senior in college, partying up in Ellensburg. And now the 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 2. Ellensburg, huh? I've been to Ellensburg a couple times. It's really, I like the area. It's pretty cool. Now it's 1-2 on Victor Robles. I've been there twice. Yeah, I already said that. And now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. And by the way, Victor Robles actually has a hitting streak of 10 games, establishing a career high. But the biggest question about Victor Robles is, will his suspension be appealed? As it is on the middle of an appeal right now, as we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. Now here's a fly ball to left field. Is that going to be enough? Still hanging. And that is actually going to be caught. And that is going to be 3 outs. An 1-2-3 inning. But there was some nice aggressive hitting by the Mariners. And now we're going to go into commercial break.
Taco lovers, this one's for you. Come enjoy tacos auténticos at Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, packed with flavor, made with love, and always fresh. Try our carne asada, al pastor con piña, and more. Topped with cebolla, cilantro, y a squeeze of lime. Pair it with a cold drink and relax at our outdoor seating. Perfecto para disfrutar. Find us at the Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, open daily. Ven con hambre, sal 10.
Commercial break still ongoing. And we are back from the break. Logan Gilbert up to the plate. I'm sorry, Logan Gilbert's on the mound for Jacob Wilson, who hit the home run. And now the pitch. And that is going to be in there for a strike. It's hard to believe that Jacob Wilson's only on his second at bat because of the dominant pitching by Logan Gilbert. As we're at 0-1. And the pitch. And that's going to be way up high for a ball 1. As we're at 1-1 for Jacob Wilson. And now the pitch. Now here's a liner, and that's going to be caught by Eugenio Suarez. Good vibes only with a nice catch.
All right, guys. Good vibes only. Don't forget it.
Stop it.
Thank
New membership for the postseason push. Come on, stop it. Stop promoting that stuff. Actually make sure they're in the playoffs first before you jinx yourself. I hate it when the Mariners are promoting postseason when they haven't even secured the spot yet. Now here's Lawrence Butler up to the plate, and that's going to be low for a ball. Now we're at 1-0. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 1. It's now 1-1. And now the pitch. Low for a ball 2-1. And that's going to be a foul ball. As now we're at 2-2 for Logan Gilbert against Lawrence Butler. Now the 2-2. And that's going to be a foul ball. Now the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be way up high for a ball. As we're at 3-2. And the pitch. And that is ball 4, take your base. And now we got a runner on first base. Now the pitch. And that is going to be a strike. Now we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. And that's going to be 0-2 for Hernandez. Logan Gilbert with 9 strikeouts. He's going for strikeout number 10. As now we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. And that is going to be low for a ball. 1-2. We're looking at the 1-2 and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is strikeout number 10 for Logan Gilbert. And now we got 2 outs. And this is the Logan Gilbert that we all know and love. Now the pitch. Now here's going to be a ground ball. Should be easy play. Crawford will go to the bag, and that is going to retire the side. And we will go into the bottom of the 5th inning. Easy inning for Logan Gilbert. And now it is still an 11-1 ball game.
Now sizzling at Apollo Mediterranean Greek Food. Come enjoy our flat-top grilled Greek chicken and beef, Slovaki tender, juicy and bursting with Mediterranean flavor, served with savory yellow rice, fresh daily cut veggies for our crisp salads, homemade hummus, plus warm pita, and our signature tzatziki, perfect for a fresh filling meal made with care. Cold beer available. Order now at apollogreekfood.com. Come visit us for a delicious meal and a cold beer. We'd love to serve you.
And I am back. Had to go up to the bathroom. It looks like we are back from the break. I think at this point, everyone's just waiting to see if Cal Raleigh can hit that big home run. And looks like it is going to be up to Cal Raleigh. Looks like he is going to be up there. And this is his opportunity. Most home runs by position. Cal Raleigh now holds it. First baseman Mark McGuire. Second base Marcus Simeon. Third base Alex Rodriguez. Shortstop Alex Rodriguez. Left field Barry Bonds. Center field Aaron Judge. Sammy Sosa with as right field and designated hitter with 54 home runs. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And actually, Cal Raleigh is actually just on deck. And now here is the pitch. A nice curveball, and that's going to be a strike. As we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. Now here's a liner right to third base. More of a ground ball. Throw to first in time. But now it's going to be up to Cal Raleigh. He's going to try to go for home run number 50. Something that we all want to see. As we're here is Cal Raleigh, and now here's the pitch. And that is going to be a strike. As we're at 0-1. Cal Raleigh 2 for 3, 2 home runs, and now the pitch. Low for a ball. And that is going to be a 1-1 count. Looks like Cal Raleigh might be just a little bit more patient this time. And let's hope he remains that way. Let it come to him. And now here's the 1-1 pitch. And now here's a ground ball right to first base. And looks like the third home run of the day is just not meant to be. And now we've got 2 outs already. And now the pitch. And that's going to be in there, first strike. Now here's Julio Rodriguez, batting .260 with 25 home runs and 73 RBIs. And now the pitch. And now here's going to be a fly ball to right field, and that is going to be caught by the right fielder, Brent Rooker. And that is going to retire the side. Actually, that wasn't Brent Rooker. That was somebody else. It was actually J.J. Bleday. So Brent Rooker is done for the day. So it looks like the A's are pretty much just milking this game. And we are back from the break. And now here's Harris up to the plate. And that's going to be a foul ball. As we're at 0-1 for Harris. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to right field. And that should be playable and fouled well out of play. As we're at 0-2 for Harris. And Logan Gilbert's trying to make some more magic happen. He has now 10 strikeouts, trying to go for 11. 20 is the major league record, but it seems like a ways off for that. And now here is the 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball again. Still looking at 0-2. And the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. As now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. Now here's a ground ball. Ricochets off of Logan Gilbert's glove, and the throw to first. No throw to first. It was a ricochet off the glove, but just nothing doing. It's a nice effort by J.P. Crawford, but it just wasn't enough time to get to first base. Now we got a man on first with nobody out. And looks like the trainer was out there with Dan Wilson just to see if Logan Gilbert is okay. Now we got Kurtz at 0 for 2 the pitch, and that's going to be in there for a strike. And the pitch, and low for a ball. And the pitch. And there's going to be a liner to right field and fouled. As we're at 1-2 on Kurtz. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to be strikeout number 11 for Logan Gilbert. Fantastic game for Logan. And here's Shea Langoliers, who is 0 for 2 today. As we're at 0-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. As we're at 0-2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Make that strikeout number 12. And that's going to be 2 outs. 2 strikeouts in a row for Logan Gilbert. And Cal Raleigh's having a little bit of a chatter with Logan. He has 12 strikeouts today. That ties his career high August 8th in 2023 against San Diego. And I actually did that game. Same game when Julio Rodriguez robbed a home run. Also, that was the month where the Mariners made the franchise record of 21 victories. Now the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. As we're at 1-0. As we're at 1-0. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is strike one. "85 pitches for Gilbert. And the pitch. It's going to be a foul ball. Now it's 1-1. And the pitch. Low for a ball. It's going to be 2-2. Two and two for Thomas. And now the pitch. And that's going to be another foul ball. Thomas is actually pinch hitting for JJ Bleday. As you can tell, the A's have pretty much just milked this game. You missed all the action. Jay tried and podcast all of it.
Oh, well, man, sometimes, sometimes it just be like that, man.
And that's going to be, ground right off of Suarez. And now he got men on first and second, but there is 2 outs. A little bit of a ricochet action going on out there in the mound. There was a ricochet. Oh, a big cruise is actually in Seattle.
I see that. Yeah. So we are, it's 11-1.
Yeah, 2 home runs by Cal Raleigh. He broke Salvador Perez's catcher record, and now he's going to go for home run number 50. And then after that, it's going to be Mickey Mantle's 54 home runs, most home runs by a switch hitter, and then Ken Griffey Jr.
Tell you what, man. So congratulations to Cal Raleigh. Speaking of Sal Perez, I saw him today at Comerica as the Detroit Tigers were hosting the Kansas City Royals in the final game of their series. And it was interesting. It was a back and forth affair, and the Royals ended up winning. They scored 6 in the third, and then the Tigers stormed back to take a 7-6 lead, and then the Royals pulled away for like a 10-7 victory. It was wild, man. It was...
Mariners needed the Royals to lose that one.
What's funny though is that the
1-1, and that is a strike. The Tiger fans
they were taking a piss on Royals fans that were there, and Royals fans had nothing to do but just sit back and just clap because you knew exactly how this one was going to play. It was nice.
And the 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, go to first. And that is in time. And that is going to be, I believe, strikeout number 12, 13 for Logan Gilbert. He has now broken his personal record of 12, and now it's 13.
Well, it looks like the Mariners are in a nice little wild card spot, holding the third wild card spot. And it looks like they're only only a half game back of the Yankees for the second and 2 games out of the Red Sox. But curiously, it looks like they're only 3 games out in the West. 2.5 games out in the West.
And it could be down to 2 by the end of today.
Yeah, so there you go, man. There you go.
So despite the embarrassing road trip, they are still hanging around, which is impressive.
What was the embarrassment of the road trip?
2-7. Getting swept by the Phillies.
Okay.
Lost 2 of 3 from the Mets and lost, in order, they lost 2 of 3 to Baltimore, 2 of 3 to the Mets, and they got swept by Philadelphia.
That'll do
I
it,
mean-
man. That'll do
I mean,
it.
with that kind
So-
of an East Coast road trip, when Baltimore's pretty much a death zone for the Mariners, and then Mets,
Yeah.
you don't know what you're going to get with the Mets, and Phillies. Well, they're the Phillies.
Well, a couple years back, we were in first place heading into September 1st, and we had an East Coast swing through Cincinnati, New York. We had the
Tampa.
Reds, the Mets, and Tampa, and I think we lost 2 or 3 to the Reds. I think we got swept by the Mets, and then we ended up losing 2 or 3 to Tampa. So I mean, this
Actually,
is
2 of 3 everything. So, but yeah,
So
that
there you
essentially killed the season.
that's exactly it, right? So I mean, historically, the Mariners were never really that great in August. Actually, historically, pretty decent in September as well too. So hopefully that bodes well for the September. But that being said, man, I got to ask you a question real quick. How's Gino Suarez?
He has 2 walks today.
No, I'm just since he's came back. How has he been?
He hasn't been doing great at all. He's actually, I think, arguably his numbers are even worse than Ben Williamson, unless you count the home runs, the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. I'm going to look up the numbers to see how he's been doing since joining
Speaking
the
of
Mariners.
Gino, he's up right now. Yeah.
He's batting 179, so he's actually batting worse than Ben Williamson. But
So
we'll still,
So I think we have to put something in context here, because when he went to the desert, you're playing in very thin air in the desert, and so the ball travels actually quite well down in
Yeah.
Arizona. And I wonder if it has a lot to do with the environment in which he was hitting in versus the environment of where he's at now. Because you would assume that there's no different differential between leagues anymore, right? Because of interleague play, there are no secrets between leagues anymore, right? So if you're in one, you're essentially playing in the other now. So I doubt it's that. I just think that it might be, maybe a little environmental.
and actually he just popped out. But there are things that Suarez has done for the team that just cannot be measured. Like, he's now the big brother for Julio again. He's that awesome clubhouse presence. That's stuff that you just can't measure. So I'll still take it. I'll still deal with it. But when it comes to September, he better pick it up.
It makes you wonder why we got rid of him to begin with in the first place. But that being said, those days are over. But that being said, he's a free agent after the season, correct?
He is.
Yeah. You wonder whether the Mariners are going to let him go in the offseason, because that seems like it's a very Mariner thing to do.
Or try to see if they can negotiate for some kind of a hometown discount. And now here's Josh Naylor, because he's up there in age, so it's not like he's going to have like those 40 home run seasons again.
Right.
And unless he thinks he can get that going back to a National League team. And now here's the 1-0 to Naylor. That is a swing and a miss. But let's say if the Mariners but let's say if the Mariners make some kind of a deep run in the playoffs, or just at least make the playoffs, like, is that going to be
playoffs?
Yeah. And now the 1-1 to Naylor, and that is low for a ball.
I think they'll get into the playoffs. I don't know if they're going to advance past the wild card round, but certainly they'll at least make the wild card round.
As now we're at 2-1. Now the
Maybe.
pitch. Now here's a fly ball popped up, and that's not going to be doing anything.
Maybe.
And he makes
they'll
the
make
catch.
playoffs. Maybe they'll make the playoffs.
Regardless, though, I'm going to be setting all of my PTO requests for any days that the Mariners could be playing. So I'm going to have a really weird PTO request. It's going to be like, hey, I just need these days off. But whenever the Mariners lose or where they're not playing, then I'll cancel them.
You're taking PTO for the playoffs?
For the live stream. It's all about the live stream.
Yeah, I understand, because I've done that too.
Now here's Mitch Garver to the plate.
I've taken days off for like this last season. I took time off for the
1-0.
the Europa.
Now
the
here's a
Europa League
fly
final.
ball to deep left field. Is that going to be enough? Is it? And it's caught by the left fielder, and that's going to retire the side. 1-2-3 inning for the A's. And it seems like this game's pretty much dead at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, the A's already pulled out all their a couple of their key starters and Lawrence Butler. and Brent Rooker. So makes you wonder if the
Yeah,
Mariners
so
are going to do the same thing.
It's over. Yeah, but
I
yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I think you're right, though, right? That's what PTO is for, right?
It's basically a security thing.
hmm I think you're
So,
right,
but-
because I used the last time I used PTO was for the Europa League final. I wasn't going to miss that. I was going to miss that at all. So from that standpoint, I totally understand where you're coming from. I'd do the same.
And the best case scenario work wise is, let's say when the moment the Mariners are out of the playoffs is the moment I will cancel the following days of PTO. I'll be like, okay, nope, I can work because Mariners lost, or if they don't make the playoffs, I cancel everything.
That's correct. That's correct. Right. This is kind of a kind of an interesting September, to say the least.
Man, imagine trying to time 1995 playoff run for PTO. I'm sure there was a lot of people that didn't think they're going to make the playoffs, and they go, "Oh, F, I can't get the day off."
Right. I hear you. Yeah, like for the regular season, it doesn't necessarily matter. Even if there's a big 3-game series that feels like it's playoff atmosphere, it just doesn't matter to me, right?
No,
but that being
it's all
said,
about the playoffs.
Yeah, for the playoffs, considering the Mariners generally are absent from the playoffs, historically speaking, they're absent from the playoffs, minus 5 years of their existence. It is something that 100%. It's
also
you actually have to prioritize.
Also going to definitely do PTO for World Cup too, and World Baseball Classic is also on the table too. So there's gonna be some.
Trust me, I'm taking vacation time for the World Cup, right? Because I'm back in Seattle for the World Cup when the U.S. men's national team play at Lumen Field. My ass will be there, and yes, I'm going to drop the $2,000 for tickets because it's when is the World Cup ever going to be in your hometown? Exactly.
Another 30 years from now, or it could be sooner because. And now here's a line drive to right field. And that's gonna be a base hit. And by the way, Carlos Vargas is on, and when you're putting in Carlos Vargas at the top of the 7th, 11-1, you would think that this game is pretty much
it's garbage
in
time.
the bag. You want to think it's garbage time.
It's garbage time. Yeah, but here's the thing, right? And I hope that FIFA doesn't do this and designate the United States as like the World Cup where they play the World Cup every 4 years, because I actually like the rotating.
You like the opportunity to travel all around the world.
Correct. That's exactly
right. But the problem is because of the substantial cost. Here's a ground ball can get right through for a base hit, and now we got men on first and second. But the problem is World Cups are becoming much more expensive. So now you're going to expect to see the United States being there more, and possibly China because it's China, and the Middle East because we have Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
for 2030.
2034. Because in 2030, I think it's going to be Spain, Portugal,
Morocco.
Spain, Portugal, Morocco, and there's going to be a couple
Argentina, Paraguay.
Yeah, Argentina and Paraguay are going to host early round matches. I think just one match each, and then the rest is going to be between Spain, Portugal, and Morocco. But that being said, it's like stop awarding countries that don't have the infrastructure in place, right? Like Saudi Arabia didn't have the infrastructure in place. They just greased the right wheels. And same thing with Qatar. They actually had to build those facilities, and now it's like, what do you do with them? Because they don't have the population to facilitate those type of stadiums, right? So, the crazy thing is, it's like, okay, so if you're going to have it in Europe,
1-2 pitch, it's like British, and we got a wild
England,
pitch.
It's like England, France,
Germany, France, Germany, Spain. Also, you would think that South Korea and Japan are also due for hosting World Cups because they have stadiums that consistently work for them.
Right.
Also, Brazil,
and
we can also agree.
Yeah, they've already successfully hosted a World Cup in 2002. But that being said, it's like, pick locations that actually have the infrastructure in place.
2-2. Swing and a miss,
enjoy it.
strike 3. Also, you would think, I'm trying to think of another. Oh, we can agree that Brazil was a huge mistake for themselves, and they hosted the Olympics, so
Well,
that worked out well.
Well, like, so here's the thing, right? Like in Rio, and big cities in Brazil that already have
Sao
the
Paulo.
infrastructure. In Sao Paulo, they already have some of the what they messed up was trying to move it to different cities like Manaus, where they had to build a stadium out there, and now it's a fucking parking lot, right? So it's like Brazil can do it if they stick to the cities that already have the infrastructure in place. Same with Argentina.
Brasilia, like Brasilia, Sao Paulo, and Rio de Janeiro.
Rio. Correct. Outside of that, it makes no sense. But that being said, Mexico can also do it as well too. Actually, to be honest with you, so could Canada.
About Colombia?
Probably not.
And now we've got Masiver.
Because you have to have stadiums that can hold 60,000 plus.
Yeah.
Right.
And FIFA has crazy standards.
Mm-hmm.
As we're at 0-2 for Masiver.
Like for the
now
first
here's the pitch. Now here's a liner and fouled.
Like I saw the stadium requirements, right? For the opening group play stages, your stadiums have to hold 40,000 or more. Once you get to the knockout rounds, they have to be 60 plus, and then once you get to the final, it has to be 80,000 plus.
Now we're at 0-2 for McSeaver, and now the pitch. Now here's a liner to left field, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. That's going to draw in at least 2 more runs. It should. And actually, no, it's going to be 1 run, and now it's going to be 11-2.
And here come the Sacramento A's.
The homeless A's. And before anyone feels bad for Oakland, just go to their city. Actually, you don't want to go. Just YouTube the city. That's all you have to do. Actually, you actually might get shot just for YouTubing Oakland.
It sucks that they're no longer in Oakland, but it is what it is.
Pitch. Way inside for a ball, and we got Urias up to the plate, and also RGR21. What I do, man, do I really want to say it? As we're at 1-0 for Urias. And now here's the pitch.
I'll just say I work in the automotive industry for one of the big 3. I'm not going to tell you where and who, but yeah, I do all right.
How about this? I once in a while umpire a tennis ball baseball game, basically a baseball with tennis ball on recess. And I also open doors.
You umpire a tennis ball baseball game
at recess.
And are you a playground monitor
expert? Yeah, or something like that. And I serve snacks. As we're at 3-0, the pitch. Oh,
do you work at
so
you work at an elementary school is what you're saying?
Pretty much, but not in the district, but as a contractor, basically. And I open doors for random people for houses.
Okay.
I think everyone has the idea.
So you're a doorman.
Yeah, I'm a doorman with where income has upside. Let's just say that.
Do you know
I'm
that
doorman?
The doormen that work in New York City belong to a union, but also like a lot of them make like 6 figures in New York City being a doorman.
Well,
but you didn't know that.
No wonder they're like, hey, how's it going? Good morning, sir. Good morning, Mr. Steve.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I wouldn't want to do it, but yeah. I'll tell you what, man, doormen keep the doormen of the world keep all the secrets. Let me tell you.
Here's Luis Urias, the former Mariner, by the way, the pitch. And that is a strike.
Man. He landed with the A's.
Yeah.
One of many Jerry DiPoto blunders.
Who actually wasn't that much of a dumpster fire, at least in the beginning of the season.
As Vargas can't seem to find the strike zone now.
No. And it's kind of funny that Vargas and Suarez are together on the same team, considering they were traded for each other.
I know.
Thank God that got undone eventually. The pitch because had Mariners not gotten Suarez back, that would have made that trade look even worse. Because how the Mariners were able to get Suarez was actually impressive, because we all thought it was going to be like Harry Ford and like Montez, but nope, didn't happen. It only was Tyler Locklear. That's a swing and a miss, and that's going to be strike 2. Luis Urias batting .230. And also, I'm aiming to be back for... sounds like a spoiler is on in order, as we're at 1 and 2 for Luis Urias.
Is that Munoz in the bullpen?
No. And the pitch. Way outside for a ball. And that's going to be 2 and 2. And honestly, Munoz really does not have a reason to be pitching today, especially with the game being like this.
Right.
Unless the A's make some kind of a weird comeback, which you never know. It still might be possible, but the fact they just pulled Brent Rooker and Lawrence Butler, then you would think that the Mariners or the A's aren't even trying to make that kind of a run. And actually,
is Cal still behind? Is Cal DHing today, or is he behind the plate?
I'm pretty sure he's behind. No, Mitch Garver's DHing and Cal Raleigh's behind the plate.
Yeah, they probably should swap that.
I don't think you can, because if you remove a DH,
right.
then
the pitcher hits. Yeah,
that's what they don't want to do.
Yeah, they should. It's up 11-2 right now.
But it's one of those no lead is safe.
That's true.
Knowing the Mariners luck.
And Urias just got hit there.
So that's going to be 11-3.
Damn.
And now the pitch.
That's supposed to run.
Yep, he got hit all right, and now that's going to drive in a run. And I think that should be enough for Carlos Vargas. I would pull him out right now.
By the way, that actually counts as an RBI.
And if I were the umpire, honestly, let's just toss him, because now JJ Bleday is trying to comfort Luis Urias, as Luis Urias is not looking too good right now.
No, he got hit it looks like he got hit right there on the wrist.
Yeah, that's not good. You don't want to get hit by those. And I know us baseball fans, some of us, like when the Mariners, let's say, have bases loaded in this situation and there's an inside pitch, sometimes we're screaming, come on, take one for the team. But here's the question. Do you really want to get hit by a 90-plus mile-an-hour fastball? Most are going to say no, even if it does get the run in.
And it looks like Urias trots down to first base there, so it looks like he's okay. But the Mariners do have somebody warming up in the bullpen right now, and it looks like it's going to be Eduardo Bazardo.
Another janitor of the team.
I know.
Oh, and while we're waiting, let's choose numbers between 863 and 861 for the Immaculate Grid.
861.
861, you are going to get combinations of Dodgers and Baltimore, Dodgers and Phillies, Dodgers in right field, Brewers and Baltimore, Brewers and Phillies, something like that. Now the pitch, and that's going to be low for a ball. And that's going to be 1-1. Langoliers has 3 strikeouts today, but that might change today because Carlos Vargas has been pitching very erratically. And now the pitch. And now here's a ground ball, could be a double play ball. Throw to second and the throw to first. And that is in time for the double play. And that's going to retire the side. Thankfully, the Mariners got out of that really quick, despite how much of a disaster it could have been.
It was Dodgers, Phillies, and who else?
Dodgers, Phillies, and then, but before we even do that, which we're going to have to wait another inning, it is the 7th inning stretch, though.
All right.
So I'm going to sing this Take Me Out to the Ball Game. I'm trying to get Louie here. So I'll just sing it right now. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd.
Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's
root for the Mariners. If they don't win, it's a shame. It would be a shame because they're up 11-3. It's 1,
2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old
ball all game. Oh no, say we gotta go.
We gotta go.
Yeah, Louie. Oh, baby, say we gotta go. A fine little girl, she waiting for me. Catch a ship across the sea. There's two things that the Mariners brought back, and they screwed up on both of them. So when the Mariners hit a home run, the AC/DC Thunderstruck that they used to use in Kingdom with the fireworks, they screwed that up. And then Louis seventh inning, they also screwed it up. So the only one that's doing it right is this guy.
All right.
So, yeah. Good job, Mariners, for screwing up on your own nostalgia. And fireworks night on September 12th against the Angels. But I will be going to the game possibly right the night after. That's when things will get more intense. Yeah, you wish you were there to watch a Cal Raleigh home run. Two of them. One went into the upper deck, and the other one he just hit it out. Trying to remember where it actually went. That one hit the screen.
all.
He's also tied for second in Mariners all time for home runs behind Ken Griffey Jr. of the Mariners.
Yep.
And he's also getting close to Mickey Mantle's record.
Yep. Most all time
most-
by a catcher in a single season. Yep.
Well, Mickey Mantle's
Historic. He's actually, by the way, if the Mariners do make the playoffs, he's probably going to win MVP.
You think he'll win it over Judge?
100%. He's a catcher who hit 50 bombs, set the single season record for home runs by a catcher, and he led his team to the playoffs. Yeah, he's probably going to win the MVP.
But you have to consider, too, that Mark McGwire got 70 home runs, but Sammy Sosa still got the MVP in 98. Something to consider.
Something to consider.
But had the
This is
Mariners
Jorge?
not have Jorge Polanco has actually had a good game, 1 for 2. Yeah, got a
go,
stolen
Jorge.
base too, the pitch. And that is a strike. We're
Let's
here in
go.
the bottom of the
Hey.
7th inning, 11 to
Sada.
3. Next year really is going to be a huge year for sports. We got the World Baseball Classic and the World Cup all in one year, all in the United States. In
I know, man.
2027,
I know.
my goal is to go to Saudi Arabia to watch the Asian Cup. Could possibly be Son Heung-min's final tournament.
Maybe. So the Asia Cup is in Saudi, huh?
Which I want to go, and I know that's a place like Middle East is a place you really have to keep your mouth zippy and don't say anything stupid.
You have to keep your mouth zippy. So yeah, I would assume that it's going to be in Riyadh.
Something like that. And
Yeah.
but the advantage I already have going to Saudi Arabia is I'm not a drinker, so I don't have to worry
Yeah,
about
I
that
hear you.
because drinking is pretty much illegal there, and I don't drink, so I
it
don't
is.
have to care about that.
But if you're a cokehead, you're kind of screwed. If you're a cokehead soccer fan, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you kind of screwed it. 0-2. And that's going to be a fly ball popped up into right field, and he's going to be there. That's JJ Bleday, and he makes the catch, and that's going to be 1 out.
Here's JP.
JP Crawford. By the way, I went to the Tacoma Rainiers game yesterday to watch Harry Ford. Got to see 3 home runs. It was from Spencer Packard, Miles Mastroboni, and Ben Williamson. All had fantastic games.
Wow, Miles Mastroboni, huh?
Which makes me think that I think he's going to be one of those players going to be called up for the September run.
Could be.
Now the pitch.
Is
I don't think it's
what's on deck. Is that
Victor Robles.
Victor Robles, yeah. He's
He's
back, huh?
He's in the middle of a 10-game suspension appeal at the moment, though.
For what?
And now the pitch. He threw a bat during minor league because he got hit 5 times, and after the 5th time, he snapped and threw his bat towards the pitcher.
Yeah.
Luckily, no one got hurt, but when you do that, you're not getting much mercy.
I get it, though. I get it.
He snapped the pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball right to second base, throw to first in time. At first, I was like, dang, what a freaking idiot. But then after the fact, he gets hit 5 times and nearly getting injured on probably all of them. Of course, the guy's going to snap. So I think he's trying to use that as a case, which I think my prediction is it'll be down to 5 games. I think he'll get it reduced.
So Robles was pretty much out for a good portion of this year, huh? Injured.
Yeah, it was. And the fact that the Mariners were able to still hang on without him and the pitch. Now here's a fly ball foul. Victor Robles has actually contributed well. He was actually responsible for the 2 RBIs.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Did he? No, he didn't.
Yeah, it just zip it. As we're at 0-1.
This ain't Saudi
And now the
Arabia.
pitch. Now here's a fly ball to deep left center field, but nope. Marine Layer has oppressed him, and that is going to be retiring the side. That's going to be a 1-2-3 inning. Oh, the immaculate grid. Let's play.
All right. Give me 1 second. All right, so let's go. Let's see. All right, so let's go. Former Dodgers that were Phillies. How about Fernando Valenzuela?
Damn, you're good at that.
All right, let's go. Former Dodgers who were Orioles. Let's go with Rick Dempsey.
Man, that is as obscure as it gets.
All right. Former Orioles who played for the Brewers.
That's a tough one.
Golly. Let's go. Let's go Ben McDonald.
That's obscure.
And it's what? Former Phillies that played for the Brewers. All right. Let's find out. Former Phillies that played for the Brewers. Let's go Rhys Hoskins.
Former Philly
All right,
player.
there. Yep.
Hoskins. Ooh, that's a big one.
Yeah, I know, but that's the only one that I can think of right now. All right, let's go. Former Orioles that played left field one game. How about Albert Bell?
Former Oriole Albert Bell, the man who refused to walk after getting hit by the pitch. Oh no, because he was.
Okay. How about?
But he did play. But Albert Bell did play in one game. That's weird.
That's weird. All right. How about former? How about Philly?
And by the way, it's dropping in for a base hit to right center field.
Dodgers who played one game in right field. How about Sean Green?
That's an easy one. And I'll let you finish it because the game is pretty much out of reach anyway.
All right, let's go. Brewers that played right field. Oh, how about what's his ass? The steroid guy. What can I think of his name right now? The guy who got popped for steroids.
I know his name.
Yeah, what's his name?
I'm not going to tell you.
Let's see. How about Robin Yao?
Nope.
That's wild, man. Phillies who played left field.
And Soderstrom is at 1-1. And
now
the pitch.
Here we go. Ryan Braun, who played right field one game. That's who I was thinking about.
Yep, that'll do it. Now you got one more to go.
Yeah. Let's
we're at
see.
1 and 2 from
how about
Saucedo.
played one game? Hold on, played one game. I would say. I do want to say.
As we're waiting for a 2 and 2 to Soderstrom from Saucedo, and now the pitch. And now here's going to be a ground ball right to the second baseman. Go to first. That is in time. By the way, Solano is playing third base. Polanco's now at second base, as if he already was. So who are you thinking for the last one?
Let's go. Larry Bigby for played
which
left
one?
field one game. Orioles. No, Orioles. There you go.
He's got to play to second base, and he throws him out. You got 255, so not bad.
Yeah, okay, not good, not great.
Wonder why Albert Bell wasn't allowed, but Larry Bigby was a better choice anyway.
Yeah.
I will take on 863. That one's mine, and I do not feel good about that.
So it's 11-4 now.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. The 7-run lead. I would still say, I know they say it's garbage time, but Mariners still got to be careful.
Oh,
As we're at
so we
0 and
got,
1.
Oh, the sauce is back up, huh?
Yeah, this is his first game back after he got the death threat from a random troll on Instagram with only 36 followers, and he made a huge scene about it. And the pitch.
I mean,
I get it.
Who would, by the way, who in their right mind would send, a random left-handed reliever a death threat?
Apparently, a guy of 36 followers on his Instagram.
Well, man, it is what it is.
I mean, if I were him, my reaction was stop feeding the trolls.
Yeah.
He let him get to his head. I mean, don't you think? You would think that Julio probably gets those every day. Probably gets them from random Houston fans.
Yeah, I doubt it.
They're gazing on Demo.
They're glazing Demo so hard on the broadcast right now. Why?
Fade.
Is he still at the team, Dylan Moore?
No, I think he got outright. Finally, he's finally out of the team. So now he's possibly. I think he's a free agent now. And I would think that knowing that he's up there in age, his game is pretty much gone. The pitch, ball 4, take your base.
Let's get straight into it. So West Ham have confirmed with.
Why do you like him?
Because he gets on base.
Every time the A's get on base by a walk, I play that video. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. So here's what happened. Dylan Moore was placed on unconditional release waivers for the purpose of granting him his unconditional release. So it looks like he is actually outright gone. No longer a Seattle.
Gone, yeah. That's too bad.
Not even a chance to at least finish it out, at least in AAA.
That's too bad.
Which I think that wouldn't have been.
Well, he can still accept the. He can still accept the. You can still accept the outright to Tacoma, or he can be just a free agent.
If I were him, maybe he wants one more shot for a chance for a World Series. But the thing is, now here's a ground ball, throw to second. That's going to be in time and going to go straight to the immaculate grid.
You can't carry somebody on the roster that's not hitting.
All right, what do we got here? Pirates and Reds don't like this. Nope, I don't like this one either. I like none of these. I'm gonna try Brian Giles.
That probably is. You could use. You could have done Brian Giles for Cleveland and Pittsburgh too.
I know. Oh, let me try Kenny Lofton. Yep, that works.
Yeah.
This one's just for fun. Albert Bell.
Yep.
I'm just lazy. Tony Gwynn. Yeah, that's too obvious. I'll do Barry Larkin. Tigers and Padres. Oh, Gary Sheffield.
Yep.
Cleveland and Tigers. Juan gone.
Yep.
That was an easy. Yep. Tigers and Reds. I feel like I should know this one. Pittsburgh and Reds is also tough. You win. I gave up because I just don't have it in me.
That's funny. Got caught up on the immaculate grid.
I mean, you have my numbers on that usually because you know the more obscure than I do. Dylan Moore only had 3 hits since May 28th, but we're back from the break, and Cal Raleigh's going to get one more at bat. And now here's the pitch.
The interesting thing is that the interesting thing though is that I mean, I could have used Fernando Valenzuela 2 different ways on that grid. But that being said, the Rick Dempsey one.
Oh, one.
That was nice. And the Larry Bigby.
Larry Bigby was your savior.
Yeah, the Larry Bigby.
As we're at 0-2 for Randy Arozarena. And now the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And now the anticipation is back for Cal Raleigh, who has already hit 2 home runs, and he is 1 home run away from home run number 50, which would surpass 1996 Ken Griffey Jr. Most multi-home run games in a single season. That belongs to Cal Raleigh. Ken Griffey Jr. did it in 97. Also, A-Rod in 99 with 6. And the pitch. And now here's a liner, and that's going to go in through for a base hit. So he doesn't get the home run, but still nice to see him get a base hit still. A hit is a hit.
That was swing at a bad pitch right there. Fastball up. And it looked like he was looking for something right there in the sweet spot.
He wants that 50.
Yeah, he got fooled a little bit.
My least favorite numbers are 1 and 9 because you're 1 away from something, and when you're at 9, that also means you're 1 away from something. That's like anyone's least favorite number. And now here's Luke Raley, who's actually taken over for Julio Rodriguez at center field. Now the pitch. Now here's a liner, and that could be double. No, it's going to be bobbled in the first in time, but Luke Raley nearly got it. And now we've got 2 outs in this inning. And now up to the plate would be Donovan Solana, who hasn't really seen any kind of action in a long time, batting .253.
And who is he batting for, Gino?
He is batting for Gino, yes. But about Dylan Moore, do you think he just outright retires? I mean, knowing that he has a baby now, you think he still has baseball in him? Like in Major League Baseball, you think someone will pick him up?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, he's still in his 20s.
He's actually 33.
Okay, then. Yeah, maybe some team will bring him to spring training next year. I think he finishes the year somewhere though.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, for sure.
He's 33. Yeah. There is one player I think who has made a great case for himself to go play overseas, and that's Jared Kelnick, because he's stuck in the minors and he's been absolutely pathetic there.
Who's he in the minors?
1-1.
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Is he still with Atlanta? He's with.
He is, but he's not. Something like that, and he's still garbage.
Yeah, that's too bad.
His head got in the way.
I mean, to the point that he got Ronald Acuna to talk crap about him. When you get another hothead to talk crap about you, something is wrong.
Well, it's also but this happens all the time, right? Hot prospects that just don't pan out, man.
And Jared Kelenic was one of them,
All of them,
unfortunately.
yeah, like it happens more often
than not. Still, it could still happen to Emerson and
if
Las Montez.
If I'll tell you what, if Jared would just shut the fuck up and allow himself to be coached and actually work on his game, he probably will find he'll find another opportunity. But that's what happens when you're young. You're like, this dude was, dyed blonde hair.
Too.
Dude.
Looks like he was a leader of a frat party too.
Yeah, I mean, he's got that freshman mentality, right? Where it's like, dude, like you're supposed to be a professional. Shut the fuck up and play ball.
Yeah, never matured,
Yeah,
which is
exactly
really
right.
sad. I mean, kicked the cooler for crying out loud, and then played victim the next day. Because we're at 2-2, and the pitch, which was sad because Jared Kelenic in 2023, he looked like he was on his way to be a shoe-in all-star.
Yeah, but he started hot, right? He started hot, but then he faded in May and June before he ended up kicking the cooler, right? There was no guarantee he was going to get hot again because he had fallen off the table. After May, he fell off the table.
He just fell apart. Looks like the Mariners got it right on trading him away, and that at the time everyone thought that was a crazy move.
Yeah, I actually thought it was a great move, actually, because Jared, I was curious to see what Jared would act and be like in a team that actually is a playoff team with Atlanta, and it just goes to show you that even that couldn't get the best out of him. And Atlanta's a team that's actually pretty well coached, but damn, man, it is what it is, man. That's the game of baseball.
As we inning side retired, and now we're going to the 10th inning. And right after this game, out of zip, I gotta get ready for another part of my career. Things just don't stop.
Yeah, I gotta get ready myself for tomorrow.
Can't blame you.
Back to work.
It's all back to work for all of us.
Yeah, unfortunately. Wow. Yeah, I actually don't feel bad for Jared Kelenic, if I'm being perfectly honest. I do feel a little bad for Dylan Moore because Dylan there in 2021, 2022, and 2023 was pretty productive, man. He was a nice little pop off the bench, but sometimes it happens, and I still think that somebody will pick him up. But with Jared, like, I don't feel bad for him at all. It's like you can't act like an asshole and burn two bridges back to back. Like he burned the Mariner bridge down, he burned the Braves bridge down, and now it's like, you're lucky if another team is going to come calling. But that being said, it's like if he would just humble himself a little bit and actually be coached, he might actually have himself a career, maybe. But that being said, continuing to act like your ish doesn't stink, that's not going to get you too far.
I wonder if he is even thinking about going overseas, like to Mexico or South America or Asia, Japan or Korea.
He probably might kill in Japan, though.
I'd actually fly over for that.
Would you really?
And now I actually would. Well, first it's an excuse to go to Japan.
To go watch Jared Kelenic play in Japan.
Knowing that he may not even be on the lineup sometimes too, because he's not guaranteed everyday player.
Yeah,
And the
but
pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball right to the shortstop Cole Young. Throw to first in time. Nice play.
he might. He actually might do well in Japan.
Well, just like Mike Ford,
Oh, is Mike Ford over in Japan?
he was for a time.
He's got to stop thinking he's better than everyone. Yeah, for sure. And I'm sure he does think that he's better than everyone.
And the pitch, and that is low for a ball. Gabe
Like, but
Spire
what
being
is-
shown on the camera.
But what does Jared Kelnick do post career if this is it for him, right? Or if he hangs
He's
around
got
in the
to go
minors,
to-
like if he hangs around in the minors for a couple more seasons, but can't get a big league call up. What happens with a dude like Jared Kelnick post career?
Trade
what does he do?
I think he'll just go to a trade school. I don't see him going to. He doesn't. I don't think he's going to college. I don't think he seems like that.
I think he's made enough money where he can figure it out. Maybe he actually has. I think he's made enough money in his career where if he needs to go back,
Now
to
here's a
school, he
line
can.
drive, and that is a foul ball.
Because
Either
he's going
college
to
or
he's going to be a party boy at college.
yeah. Imagine that a now 26-year-old being a party boy with 18 to 20-year-olds.
A 26-year-old freshman in a frat house.
That does not sound good at all.
Banging 18-year-old chicks.
He has a girlfriend though, but that may not even matter these days.
All right, whatever.
Yeah, this game is so out of reach that we're talking about Jared Kelnick out of all people.
Jerry Kelnick in a frat.
I can actually see it. It's
I
very
can
hard
see
to
it
look
too.
at.
I can see it too.
It's really hard to look at.
He's like 10 years too late to the prom.
I don't
Jared.
even.
Poor Jared.
No, if I were him, just go to Mexico or something, or Japan, and the 1-0.
You're talking about doing the Kenny Powers going down to Japan or going down to Mexico.
Yeah, or Jake Taylor going down to Mexico.
Yeah, he couldn't cut it in the Mexican leagues.
And the 2-0. Yeah, that's why he went back to Cleveland. Because Mexico, I guess, didn't work out for him. I mean, he went to Mexico for some reasons.
That's funny.
Because now we're at 3-0.
Well,
And
here's
ball
the thing,
four,
though,
take
right?
your base.
Jared wasn't even a one-hit wonder. That's the problem. He didn't even really pop. He struggled. When he came up, struggled, went down, came back up, struggled. Then he made the team, struggled.
3-1.
He never really popped in Seattle.
It sounds like even if the Mariners kept him for 24, he probably would have been another maybe 15 home run stinker. And the 3-1.
He probably would have struggled to even hit 250.
250 is considered an all-star if he does that.
Yeah.
The worst part of this,
Saucedo.
he was actually my favorite Mariner in 23.
Really?
Yeah.
There it
Over
is. There it
Julio's,
is.
Gino. And there's Langoliers.
I like Shea.
And the
He's
pitch.
got a cool name.
Now here's a ground ball. Could be a double play ball. Nope. No one was even at second base. What was that all about? Wait, that was 2 outs. That's it.
Yeah,
The ball game
that's
is
it.
over. The Mariners have won the ball game. They have won the series. That's
There it
how
is.
much out of it I was.
Yeah, that's a cool name though. Shea Langoliers. That's a cool name.
Yeah, there's actually a player on my fantasy baseball team has his name after Langoliers, just like my. Here, I'll show you my team name since the game
All right.
ended considerably quickly. But after this, of course, we both got to get the heck out of here
Yeah, we gotta get the heck out of here.
because I got things to do. You got things to do. We got
Yep.
things to do.
Is John
Yeah.
Stanton we trust? Who's on your team?
Oh yeah,
The Oakland Gun Club. That's cool.
nothing PC about, nothing politically correct about that.
The Oakland Gun Club.
Yep. And John
Who's on your
Stanton, we
team?
trust. Oh, we got Logan Ohape, Spencer Torkelson, Brees Charong, Gino, CJ Abrams, Pete Crow Armstrong, George Springer, Jacob Marseille, Geraldo Perdomo, Yainer Diaz, Christian Walker, Cole Young, Jordan Alvarez, Austin Riley, all the hitters. Here's the pitchers: Tariq Skubal, Dylan Cease, Mason Miller, Nabil Chrismat. Most of these are waivers. Ranger Suarez, Jack Flaherty, and David Peterson.
Yeah, Flaherty just went today. He got crushed.
Yeah, that's why it didn't work out.
He got
And now here's two other teams. Greg's great team and Filio Kimrigas.
I like
Here's
the
Jay
over-
Trident Podcast. Jay
Peanut
Trident
butter-
Podcast. Peanut Butter Ellie time. Langoliers like Sheep's W. And Seattle JBL headphones. Craig's team, Macaroni and Cheese. Joe's scary team. And Canseco's Car Wash.
Car wash. I like that. Canseco's car wash.
I have
That's
a lot of
pretty good.
creative players on my team with creative names. Ah, No Face, you're late. You just got here, but the buddy's got to go. I got things to do.
Yeah.
But
I gotta go.
yeah, we got to go. We're ending it. Everyone, bye-bye. Go Mariners.
Go Cougs.